Before I even had the words for it, I was drawn to stories. I was born in a middle-class family in Hong Kong when it was still a British colony. Not long after my 10th birthday, my parents left secure jobs, our extended families, and nearly everything familiar to start again in Los Angeles with my sisters and I. Looking back, I can only imagine the courage that took. We arrived speaking mostly Cantonese. I quickly learned English to adapt and find belonging, navigating a whole new world where adaptability became second nature. In those first years in California, my mother's film camera landed in my hands. But it was the first digital cameras my cousin and sister lent me in the late 90s and early 2000s that made something click inside. Photography became more than just capturing memories. The ability to immortalize time felt like magic. And that's power and responsibility. Through the lens, my eyes, ears, and heart, I listen and tell stories that matter. I believe in Mahi grounded in purpose and in using my skills in creative production, communication, systems coordination to bring people together, amplify voices that humanize and move us. Curiosity and work have taken me across the world to places with rich history, people with wide smiles, animals and plants that spark wonder and awe, and landscapes that speak quietly yet profoundly. Often, I've been invited into spaces where people share stories never before recorded. This is more than content creation. It's connection to the human spirit and the land. As a space holder for sacred stories, I know that my soft skills, listening, cultural humility, adaptability, and care are just as important as the technical skills. I thrive in cross-cultural spaces where diversity of thought and being are celebrated. In recent years, men's groups, reconnecting with my own heritage, and indigenous-rooted initiatives across Turtle Island, South America, and here in Aotearoa, New Zealand, have taught me the importance of ritual and inclusive space holding for trust and connection. For 2 decades, I documented others' stories until I realized that I too am the hero of my own. That shift deepened my confidence and shaped how I show up for teams and communities, blending creativity with intentional relationship building long before the cameras, the lights, and microphones are switched on. My strengths have been revealed to me recently, and that is, I see patterns. I weave people and ideas together, and through that, I'm able to catalyze action through story. And storytelling for me, it's about making meaning visible, revealing beauty, amplifying purpose, and helping projects move into the next chapter. I believe in being a good steward of the land and in uplifting indigenous knowledge and regenerative systems across all levels of society. In telling the stories of others, and now my own, I see my work as a contribution to a much larger whole. For this next chapter, I may need your help. I'm looking to work with organizations in Aotearoa that care more than just business, places that are values aligned and purpose driven, the kinds of teams doing meaningful mahi in environmental restoration, community development, or regenerative systems. That's where I know I can contribute, especially here in Ōtautahi Christchurch, where I'm based. For me, it's about finding a place that I can commit to fully, serving a kaupapa far greater than myself, and grow as part of a thriving team. As someone who has chosen Aotearoa to be home, I'm committed to upholding Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Living here, to me, is both a privilege and a responsibility to contribute intentionally to strengthen partnerships and support positive systems change. If what I've shared resonates with you, then perhaps this is where our paths and stories can meet and weave that next chapter together.